Okay. Okay, so take this problem. So we'll do that some more problems based on this wave propagation. A plane wave propagating in a non-magnetic media okay, so has E which is equal to 50 into sine of 10 power 8 t plus 2z in the direction of ay, okay, volt per meter. Now we need to find out, so first one, direction of propagation. So B, we have to find out the lambda f and epsilon r, and C, we have to find out what is the h. Okay, so this is what it is given. So the plane wave propagating in a non-magnetic media, non-magnetic in the sense, so along with mu naught and epsilon naught, there will be mu r and epsilon r. So mu r will be equal to 1 and epsilon r value, it will be there, we have to find out that. Okay, so now with the given E, so we can able to find out what is the direction of propagation. Since it is in plus 2z, or the z direction is the plus, it is going in the negative z direction. So it is going in the wave which is traveling in the negative z direction. Okay, so now next one we have to find out the lambda. So lambda, we know that it is 2 pi by beta. Okay, so beta, from this, so we can able to find out, so it is nothing but E equal to E naught sine of omega t plus beta z. It is in that form. So beta will be equal to, in our case, beta will be equal to 2. Okay, so now if I substitute that one, we will going to get the lambda value, which is equal to pi r equal to 3.142 meter. Okay, so now find out f equal to, so that is omega by 2 pi, so that we know generally omega equal to 2 pi f, so r omega, so f equal to omega by 2 pi. So from this equation we know that omega, so which is equal to 10 power 8, so that is 10 power 8 divided by 2 pi. So now find out the value of f. What is the value? What is the value of f? Hello? What is the value of f? Anybody calculated?
15.92.
15.91.
Okay. 91. So is it 10 power, how much it is there?
6.
Into 10 power 6 hertz. Okay. So now we need to find out epsilon r. So for that we know the equation, which is beta equal to omega into root of mu into epsilon. Okay. So that using this equation, so we need to try to find this epsilon r value. So this we can write it as, so mu naught mu r and epsilon naught epsilon r. Okay, so now we know beta and we know omega. Okay, so we need to find out, so by putting all the other values we have to find out the epsilon r value. So try to find out putting the values. Okay, so now mu r equal to 1 and we need to find out epsilon r. So that we can write mu naught epsilon r into 1, so that is mu r, which is equal to beta by omega. So that we know beta, which is equal to 2, so radians per meter, and omega it is 10 power 8. So now we can transfer this mu naught epsilon to this side, so we are going to get, so root epsilon r, which is equal to 2 into, so 2 by 10 power 8 into root of mu naught epsilon naught. So find out the value of epsilon r. So first take the values and square it, so that you are going to get the value. So this generally, so 1 over mu naught c naught, which will be equal to c. So that we know, well known equation. So that is speed of light. So it is 3 into 10 power 8. So if I substitute that one, we will going to get, so 3 into 10 power 8. So this will going to cancel each other. So this will give root epsilon r equal to 6, or epsilon r equal to 36. So are you getting this value? Hello, anybody? Have you got this? Okay, so now next we need to find out the h value. That is, so we know that h equation, which is h equal to h naught into sine of 10 power t plus 2z. So that h naught we need to find out. So since you can see here, so the direction we need to find out. So here the e direction, which is in the direction of ay, the propagation is in z direction. Okay, so the wave propagation is in z direction. Okay, so now e, which is in the direction of y. Okay, so now h should be always in the direction of x. Since it is a plane wave, so the plane wave will be having TEM wave propagation. So since the wave propagation it is in the z direction, both E and H field should be perpendicular to each other. So now E will be in the direction of AY, so that H will be always in the direction of X. So we are going to get this in the X direction. So now H naught we need to find out, which is equal to E naught by eta. Okay, so now we need to find out what is eta, intrinsic impedance, so which is equal to root of j omega mu divided by sigma plus j omega epsilon. Okay, so since, so for the non-magnetic media and sigma, which is so not given, and assuming it as 0, so we need to get it as, so which is equal to root of mu naught mu r divided by epsilon naught epsilon r. Okay, so now this will give, so square root of mu naught divided by epsilon naught into epsilon r value is 36. So find out the value of this one, eta. What is the value of eta? Anybody got it? So this we can substitute it as 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 divided by 10 power minus 9 by 36 pi into 36. So this will going to give, so 36 gets cancelled, 4 pi square into, so if I take this one numerator, it will be 10 power plus 9 and minus 7 gets cancelled, it will give 10 power 2. So you can write it as, if I take the square root of this one, we are going to get 2 pi into 10, so that is 20 pi. So what is the value of eta? 20 pi. What is the value of eta? 20 into pi,
62.8.
how much? Put the value in chat box. How much you got?
63.24.
Okay, 63.24. So since there is no imaginary part, the angle is 0. So now if I substitute here, so this will be generally E naught divided by n at an angle theta n. Now theta n is 0, only we have eta, magnitude of eta. So now our E naught value, so here you can see our E naught value is 50. You can substitute the E naught value, which is 50. Okay, 50, so that divided by 63.24. So this is what your H naught value. Find out the H naught value. What is H naught?
0.79, sir.
Okay, 0.78. So now you can substitute and write the equation for H, which is 0.78 sine of 10 power 8 plus 2z in the direction of Ax. So this is what your H. So now is it understood? Any doubt in this? So now we'll take the next problem. Anybody any doubt in this? Understood or not? Okay, so take another one problem. A plane wave let us take this one. So let us take this one, later we'll take this one. That is a non-magnetic media. Non-magnetic media or medium has an intrinsic impedance of 240 at an angle 30 degree. Okay, so now we need to find the first one, loss tangent. Okay, second one, dielectric constant, that is epsilon r, we need to find out. Third one, complex permittivity. And fourth one, we need to find out attenuation constant. At 1 megahertz. So this is what the problem. So here only the data which is given is only the intrinsic impedance. So from that we need to find out all of these things. So now how we will find out? So use the expression and try to get this. Okay, so the solution which is given, eta, which is equal to 240 at an angle, so 30 degree. So this is a magnitude of eta and this is theta n. Okay, so now we know that the loss tangent, which is tan 2 theta n, which is equal to sigma by omega epsilon. So this equation we know well known. Now we know theta n, what is the value of theta n. Substitute here, which is tan into 2 into 30 degree, tan of 2 into 30 degree, which is equal to sigma by omega epsilon. So now tan 60 degree, find the value of tan 60 degree. So that you will going to get the value of sigma by omega epsilon. What is the value of tan 60 degree?
1.73.
1.73. So now this is the value of sigma by omega epsilon. So now we need to find out the value of the dielectric constant. Okay, so that we need to find out by using the equation of the magnitude of eta. So that we know magnitude of eta, which is equal to square root of mu by epsilon 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon whole square whole power 1 by 4. So this we know, so from the magnitude of the intrinsic impedance of the medium. So now from this, so we know now the sigma by omega epsilon the value. Okay, so we need to put it the value here, and we have to find out the value of epsilon r. So that you can write mu naught mu r, so this divided by epsilon naught epsilon r. Okay, so this divided by, so 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon is 1.73 square whole power 1 by. Okay, so this is equal to the magnitude which is given, which is 240. Okay, so now we can put the values of mu naught epsilon naught and mu r which is equal to 1, and you can able to find out what is epsilon r. So find out the value, so which is mu naught divided by epsilon r into 1, which is equal to 240 into the value of this one, that is 1 plus 1.73 square whole power 1 by 4. So now mu naught you can put the value 4 pi into 10 power minus 7, epsilon naught is 10 power minus 9 by 36 pi into epsilon r, which is equal to, so this value, whatever the value which is you are getting from this side. So what is the value of this? What is the value of this?
So 339.26.
26. Okay, so now put the values of here mu naught epsilon naught, and you can so simplify and you can get the value of epsilon naught. So here you can so put it as 36 into square root of 36 into 4 into pi square. Okay, so this into 10 power 2, so under divided by root epsilon r. Sorry, so if I take this one, root epsilon r, which is equal to 339.26. So this is a value 36 into 4 into pi square, so into 10 power 2 divided by epsilon r, which is equal to this. So we can write this one, so epsilon r which is equal to, so 36 into 4 into pi square into 10 square whole square divided by 339, sorry, this is not whole square, so 339.26 whole square. So this is what the epsilon r value we are going to get. What is the value? So taking a square both sides, so this we will going to get square, and epsilon r if you send this side, we will going to get this value divided by square of this value. How much epsilon are you getting? Anybody got?
Sir, 1.234.
1.234. So this is the value of epsilon r. So now we need to find out complex permittivity. So that is EC. Okay. So this is a epsilon C, which is complex permittivity, which is equal to epsilon into 1 minus J sigma by omega epsilon. So this we know. Okay, so now this is a complex permittivity, so we can find out what is the value of this. So we can substitute this epsilon naught 1 minus J. So we know the sigma by omega epsilon value, that is 1.73. so substitute here 1.73 and find out the complex permittivity. Okay, epsilon r we got now, and epsilon naught you can substitute 10 power minus 9 by 36 pi into 1.234. so this into 1 minus J 1.73. so now we can convert this one into polar form, and then so multiply and divide all the values and again put it into the polar form. So finally you can put it into polar form, or even you can put in the rectangular form also. So find out what is the value of this polar form. 1 minus J 1.73. What is the value of this one, the polar form? So after converting polar form, you can so divide the magnitude and multiply this all these things, and we can put it. Finally, you can put the value of EC, complex permittivity. What is the value? Anybody got it? Hello, anybody got it? What's the value of EC? Hello? Have you got it, anybody? Vikshata, Jahnavi, Bhavyashree. Are you getting what is the value of complex permittivity? Nitish, Yashwant, what's the value? Anybody got or not? Okay, you can put the value of EC. So then finally we have one more parameter, which is the attenuation constant alpha. Okay, so this we know well-known equation, so which is omega into square root of mu epsilon by 2 into so square root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon whole square minus 1. This is what your the alpha equation. Okay, so now we can put so first we can so simplify this term, so which is square root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon square minus 1. So this we know 1.732, so which is square, so 1 plus the square root of this minus 1. So we can put the value, what is the value of this one, we will going to get here. Okay, so what is the value you are getting here? so that you can put and you can do the value. What is the value? Hello, Brahmanya, got it? Any value?
0.9.
Okay, so this is 0.9.
999, sir.
Okay, so 0.999. Okay, so that you can put it here. So I will going to get alpha, it is equal to omega into root mu epsilon by 2 into 0.999. Okay, so now you can put the other values, that is omega. So what is the value of omega? So omega, which is unknown, okay, and epsilon r we know, and mu naught and epsilon r, all these things we know. So we don't know the value of omega, so that you can find out here.
Sir, frequency is 1 megahertz. Right?
Yeah, so yeah, it is given, no? So 1 megahertz we need to find out the attenuation constant, so we can put it as 2 pi into 1 megahertz. So this is mu naught epsilon naught by 2 into mu r epsilon r, so this into 0.999, that is 2 into 10 power 6 square root of, so mu r is 1 and epsilon r, which we have find out 1 point, so this is the value of epsilon r 1.234. okay, that you can put it. So this into 1.23 into 0.999. So now find out the value of alpha. What is the value of alpha? This we can apply.
0.0164.
Okay. 0.0164 Nepar. Okay. So this is the value of alpha, the attenuation constant. So this is about the problem. So now we will go to the next one. Okay, can take this one. For an aluminum wire having a diameter 2.6 mm, calculate the ratio of AC to DC resistance at 10 megahertz. First one, and second one we have to find out at 2 gigahertz. Okay, so this is a very simple problem. So we can take the RAC by RDC ratio that we have known, well known equation, that is A by 2 into square root of pi of mu sigma. Okay, So here the sigma of the aluminium, the conductivity of the aluminium, we can take it as 3.5 into 10 power 7. Okay. So now put the values of all these things. That is radius is, so here it is given diameter, so you can take the radius as 1.3 into 10 power minus 3, so 1.3 mm. So this into square root of pi into, so f we need to find out at 10 megahertz, okay, into mu, so mu r will be 1 and mu naught, it is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 into sigma, which is equal to 3.5 into 10 power 7. Okay. So here always you try to assume mu r equal to 1 unless they specify for the, so the medium which is a magnetic medium. Okay. So for all non-magnetic medium, mu r will be equal to 1. So find out the value of this ratio. So what is the value? AC to DC ratio. Hello, anybody found this a value? Found out? Subramanya got it?
So 24.14.
24.14.
24.1. Okay. This is the value. So you can, similarly you can find out at 2 gigahertz. Okay. So at 2 gigahertz, similarly you can able to find out this one. So now one more problem. So it is, so you can take a different kind of problem. In a non-magnetic medium, okay, so H is given, H equal to 0.2 e power minus y into cos of 2 pi into 10 power 8t minus 5y az. So this is what H, 0.2 into e power minus y cos of 2 pi into 10 power 8t minus 5y az in the direction of az, ampere per meter. So this is H given. Now we need to find epsilon r and sigma. So B, so obtain E. Okay. So now how we are going to find out this one? First we need to find out epsilon r. So how we are going to find out? So you know the equation. Find out epsilon r. So that is beta equal
We have
to,
beta value.
yeah. So beta we know, omega we know, both we are knowing. So in which direction the wave is traveling?
Along z direction, sir.
Now see here beta y, is it not?
Okay, sir.
So the propagation is in y direction, but the h, it is in z direction. Okay, so it is, the wave is traveling along the plus y direction. Okay, so now beta we know and omega we know, so both we know, and you can substitute and find out the what is the value of epsilon r. So which is, so beta which is given by the value of 5, so which is equal to mu naught into mu r epsilon naught epsilon r. So this gives epsilon r equal to beta by omega into, so 1 over mu naught mu or epsilon naught. So this will be a square value. So once we take on square root, so we'll get square value, and this mu naught mu or epsilon naught again 1, so 1 over, so this value it will give c because mu r is 1. So beta we know 5, omega it is 2 pi into 10 power 8 this whole square, okay, so into 3 into 10 power 8. So now find out the value of epsilon r.
So it's 1 by root of mu naught is c.
Okay, epsilon r is, so this we need to take into this side. Yeah, I'm squaring both sides. So if I square both sides, this is beta by omega epsilon, right? Beta by omega square, and if I send it to this side, so we will going to get 1 over mu naught mu or epsilon naught. This is correct now?
Then it will be c square, right, sir?
Yeah, so here it is c square. Yeah, because it is c is nothing but 1 over mu naught epsilon naught. So if I make it square, so you will get in square. Okay. Yeah, find out the value of epsilon r.
$5.70.
Okay, so epsilon r value equal to 5.70. Yeah, now we can find out what is the value of sigma. How we going to find out? So any idea? So you have to find out the relation for sigma and in terms of beta, omega, epsilon. Can you remember any relation? You can see here, so beta we know that omega into root of mu epsilon by 2 into, so square root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon square. So this will be plus 1. So this we know equation from this. So is it possible to find out sigma? All other values we here are known. Is it not? So all other values are known, right? So we know epsilon r, mu r, epsilon naught, and omega we know. So try to put it and find out the value of sigma. So here first we will take this square root of mu epsilon by 2 into square root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon square plus 1. Okay, so this will be equal to, so beta by omega. Find out first this value. Beta is 5, omega is 2 pi into 10 power 8. So find out this value and then square it. So once you square it, you will going to get, so this value. Okay, so that is mu epsilon by 2 into square root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon square, okay, plus 1, so which is equal to square of this one. Whole square. Okay, so now we send this to that side, so we are going to get square root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon square plus 1, which is equal to 5 by 2 pi into 10 power 8 square into 2 divided by mu naught mu or epsilon naught epsilon naught. Now simplify the value of this one by putting mu naught into epsilon naught. So again it will So this mu naught 1 over mu naught epsilon naught we can put it as c square, so which is equal to 5 by 2 pi into 10 power 8 whole square into 2 into 3 into 10 power 8 square. So this divided by epsilon r, and mu r is 1, epsilon r is you have got is 0.7, that is 5.7. So now after calculation, so you can put it minus 1 that side, that is plus 1, you can send it to that side and you will get the minus 1. So find out first what is the value of this one. Anybody got it? What is the value of this? So anyhow 10 power 8 square will get cancelled here, and you will going to get 25 by 4 pi square in the first term, and 2 into 9 divided by 5.7. What is the value? What is the value of this? Anybody got or not?
2.001.
Okay, 2.001. So this value we got 2.001 plus 1. So you can send it this one to that side, you will going to get 1. So this square root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon square, which is approximately equal to 1, and you will going to get 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon whole square, which is again 1. So is it 0? 0 is coming. So are you calculating properly? Because this value is 0, so then we will going to get sigma 0. Is it this value correct? So check this value and find out the value of sigma. Is this value correct? Anybody got the same thing? 2.001. Hello? Hello? Anybody got it or not?
3.9.
Hello? Yeah. 2 point? How much? 2 point? What is the value? What is the value you got? This one 2.8 or what? How much? Put it in the chat box or the value. That only, okay. Okay, so we can take 1.001. So after subtracting this, so make it the square of this one. So make the square of this one. maybe sigma value is very small in this case. So it is in terms of 10 powers minus something like that. So you can see 0.001. So square, you put the square of this thing. Okay. So again you will subtract the value and you will going to get sigma by omega epsilon, which is equal to 1.001 whole square minus 1. Okay. So and then sigma by omega epsilon, which is equal to square root of this value. So what is the value of this? You can find out. So it may be very small value. Tell me the value of that.
0.04.
0.04. Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
4.
4. Okay. So then you can put the value of the omega epsilon, you send it that side and you will going to get the value of sigma. So omega, we know that. So what is the value of omega? 2 pi into 10 power 8, and then epsilon r, epsilon naught is 10 power minus 9 by 36 pi and into epsilon r value 5.7. So find out the value of sigma, so which is very less probably. So this is 18 power minus 1. Okay, find out the value of sigma. What is the value of sigma, which is very less? Hello?
0.00139.
2.00
0.00.
00
139.
1.
39. 1.4, sir.
4 siemens per meter. So okay, so this is the value of the sigma. Is it 10 or 2 zeros? 0.014 or 0014?
0014, sir.
Okay. So now we can find out what is the value of h. Okay, so in order to find out h, so we need the eta. Okay, so that eta, which is equal to square root of j omega mu by sigma plus j omega epsilon. Okay, so now find out the value of this eta, so which is equal to eta magnitude at an angle theta n. So that we need to find out by using the h. So E naught we can find out by using h naught, which is given. So now find out the eta value. Okay, so which is equal to j into 2 pi into 10 power 8 into mu naught 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. Mu r is 1, so this divided by 0.014 plus j into 2 pi into 10 power 8 into epsilon naught 10 power minus 9 by 36 pi into 5.7. So find out the values of this and put it in the polar form. Okay, so now once you put it in this polar form, so you will going to get E naught, so which is equal to h naught into, so the magnitude of eta. Okay, so h naught, which is given 0.2. Okay, so that you can put it and you can find out the magnitude of eta and you can find out the E naught. So finally you can write E equal to E naught into e power minus 5 cos of 2 into 10 power, that is 2 pi into 10 power 8t minus 5y. So this should be in the direction of, so what is the direction of this E? So we can have here the propagation, it is in the y direction, h is in the z direction. So what is the E direction? E should be in the, so what is the direction? X. So it should be in the x direction. Okay, so here again theta will come, so I missed it. So what is the value of theta n we are going to get? So that theta n plus theta n you have to put, because E naught is h naught into eta at an angle theta m. So that if you add here, so you will going to get plus theta m. Okay, so this is what E will going to get, E naught into e power minus 5 cos of 2 pi into 10 power 8 t minus 5y plus theta m. So this is what you will going to get. Okay, so find out the value of E naught by using this, the magnitude and theta. So this is the final expression. Okay, so is it understood? Any doubt in this? Anybody? In any problem? Okay, so we'll stop here and we'll do some more problems in tomorrow's class. Okay.